Good afternoon, good evening, maybe good morning, depending on where you are tonight or today. It's good to have you. Welcome to the workshop of Wood Spun Around. I'm Doug, and I'm going to see about turning some wood today. I've got my I've got my friend, my one friend, Wayne Clasper. It's just the two
Evening,
of us
everyone.
today. Miss Ruby has a student she's teaching today. I'm not sure where Todd is, but it's the two of us, and we're going to have a bit of fun. As I say in my descriptions, we'll have some laughs, some fun, some banter, and we might even get some turning done. So we'll see how all that goes. I'm going to turn. I'll put Wayne in the background for just a minute and share with you
Good
guys
idea.
what we're doing. Well, I clicked that button. I know I did. There we go. Well, what in the world is going on?
There we
There we
go.
go. Holy cow. Anyway, I've got a piece of walnut. This is about 10 by 12, about 12 inches going across this way, about 10 from this end to the other. And I've got one lady I work with said, "Can you make me a bowl with the bark on it?" I said, "I think I can do that." And she said, "Well, good. I want it for another lady that we work with." And so we're going to turn this today. May not finish it, but it'll probably need a little bit of hand sanding and that kind of thing. And then we'll get some finish on it. And I'll have it ready in a few days to give um, to the lady that asked for it. So I'm going to, we got it in the lathe already. It's between centers. I was telling Wayne, I marked the center on this space side. Um, got my revolving center right up to it and started to pinch it with the live center or the drive center on the other side. And lo and behold, first try, I got it square and as balanced as it'll be before we get these corners knocked off. So I'm going to start it at 50 and work my way up, and we'll just see how it goes. And while we're getting going here, I believe Mr. Wayne will take the opportunity to read off who's in the chat, unless you can pawn
Okay.
it off on somebody.
No, well, I can't tonight. The first in tonight is Chris N. It's Niantic River Woodcrafting. Ronald Todd is in. Jason's in from Salisbury Crafts. Paul Hunt is in. We've got a new guy in tonight, guy or girl, not too sure yet. Dexterity, sent over from Kenny. If you could let us know your proper name, Dexterity, that would be appreciated. And Pete's in. Morning all from Pete. Pete, I did put a post out today on my Wayne the Woodturner Facebook page with a goblet with a long stem. Just to say that I disagreed with what you said last night. It was only meant in fun. I wasn't picking. Doug Bennett's in. Roger Wallen's in. Roger Ken. Going down. Tony Smith is here. Trish is here. That's Paul's good half. Todd of Glen Cove is here. Deal's in. Good evening, Deal. Still going down. Oh, it is Jim Duxbury.
Oh, okay. Hey, Jim. We were debating earlier if it was you or somebody else using the ducks, and I thought it would be unusual if it was somebody else. We ended up at 500 RPMs here, and it's turning quite well.
Right. Who else have we got now? GH Heels is in as well. That's a name I haven't seen before. If you could put your proper name in there, that would help. Thank you very much. Mike Evans is in. Tim Pond is in. Jim Spalding. Evening, Jim. I'm still going down. Oh, it looks like I'm all the way to the bottom there. Good evening, everyone. If I have missed anybody, put another comment in so I can catch up with you.
All right. Now I've knocked everything off my lathe. No problem. Except we have to bend over. That's the only problem.
Oh, that's always a problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, that's cutting quite nice. Just double check, make sure. Yeah, we've moved a little bit. We came loose out of the chuck a time or two, or out of the. My drive center is in the bark, and so we've come out. See if I can get this back in here the way I had it.
Just answering Jim. No, it's not Jim. It's Jason for Salisbury.
Yes, Jason at Salisbury. Yes. And Jim Duxbury. Well, that's off a little bit, but it'll be all right.
Karsten's just come in. Good evening, Karsten.
Hello, Karsten. All right. Now that we're back securely between centers.
Oh, here's a question for Carlson. Have you been to Japan yet, Carlson? You did see you were going this year at some point. Todd of Glencoe said, you can call him anything, just don't call him late for dinner.
That's right. Speaking of dinner, our Thanksgiving here, of course, was Thursday, but my family, my face shield out just a little bit. So anyway, my family couldn't be together on Thursday, so we got together on Saturday. My son, his wife, my wife, and I. I smoked a pretty big turkey. It was quite good. Had all the fixings with that. My son had brought he brought a venison tenderloin that he'd shot out of his backyard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was supposed to drop it off Wednesday when they drove through here, and he forgot. And so he told me, and he sent me a text Friday, I think, no, Thursday night. He said, I forgot to leave the venison. Maybe we can figure out a quicker way to cook it Saturday. I said, that's all right. We'll put it in the smoker first thing Saturday morning. And it shouldn't take long. When they got here Friday night, he pulled that thing out of the cooler that he had it in. I said, son, we could put a paper match under it and cook it. That's so small. It was a young, tender deer.
Yeah, it all depends on the size, and something like that. A tenderloin from a sort of deer that size will only take about 3 minutes. Anyway.
Yeah, well, we put that on, and or I was getting ready to put it on Saturday morning. My wife says, while you're at it, I've got a pork butt in there. So I smoked the pork butt and a venison tenderloin. And they are, oh my goodness, they're both really good.
Excellent. Okay, I did ask a question of Carsten, and he has been to Japan and had 3 amazing weeks there.
Good.
Gav said he's just come in.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Jason had said, missed out. Oh yeah, he said it's going to be a beautiful day here. A beautiful day here today, with a top of 28 degrees centigrade in South Australia. Yeah, and then Todd's come back and says, I'll take your 28 degrees centigrade to the 28 degrees Fahrenheit we had here in Texas this morning. And we have got, I always forget his name, the Angry Woodturner has just come in.
All right. Oh, and guess who's in the background? There he is.
Hello.
He's
How you doing,
here.
Todd?
Evening, Todd.
That's Roger Wayne, the Angry Woodturner.
All right, okay.
Yes.
Just to let you know, Todd, I've done all your work for this week, so.
Why do you think I waited so long to join?
GH Hills, Doug is turning black walnut today.
Yeah. Some of this Kentucky weedwood.
And TLF Works has just come in as well.
That would be me.
Of course. Why do I keep on forgetting that?
Just move my tool rest so I can get this these corners here. Go up a little higher before we start coming down on it, so that I can try to keep my bark. The bark is looking pretty good right now. I don't think we're going to have much trouble. It's on nice and tight.
Just remember the super glue if it's not too tight. Yeah, and Deal said, "Hi, Todd. Better late than never."
Yeah, thank you. I was sitting here watching a YouTube video and looked up and said, "Holy cow! It's 8 minutes after 2." I'm trying to improve my skills as a photographer, so I was watching a photography video on using a flash doing outdoor portraits.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Good. Oh, Heather's just come in. Evening, Heather.
Hey, Heather.
Yeah, this morning at 5 o'clock, it was just under 30 degrees in McKinney, Texas. It's 47 now. Try to keep up with all that weather.
We might be up to 30 by now.
Yeah, Doug was saying earlier he's had to cover him with snow today.
Yeah.
Oh, GH Hills is Gary. Thanks for that, Gary. And Deal left Emma's live to join Doug's.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Emma was doing a giant snowman or a big snowman tonight with a globe with lights in as the body.
She's been doing those for a while, hasn't she?
Oh yes, a lot of years. Yeah. I can't remember if this is number 5 or number 6 of her 12 Days Before Christmas.
I think this tool is getting dull already. Shouldn't be, but it is. At least it feels like it is. Oh yeah. Most of y'all would not, you have no way of knowing. But my routine, I come in here in the shop about 2 o'clock, get the computer up and running, get my tools sharpened up, make sure I got my wood all squared away. And I did everything just like that today, but including that other bolt gadget, and it usually holds an edge for a long time, but it didn't today.
Right, now Carsten has said that tomorrow he'll be turning a beech log into his first knitting bowl. Does anyone have any hints for success? Right, one hint I have got, and I got this from Mark the Gentleman Turner, is forget about doing the J shape, cutting out the J shape on the side of the bowl. Stick a big hole for the wool to go through, and a couple of holes for the knitting needles to go through. It's a lot easier.
No need to have that slit all the way up the side and off the rim. Is that what you're saying?
Yep, that's just all you need to do is drill a hole so the wool goes in the middle and the yarn goes in the middle and the yarn comes out through the hole in the side. It maybe doesn't look as nice as having the J shape, but it's still functional. And Peter's put in, to be honest, an average size snowman is a giant, Emma. She's almost as smaller than Ruby. She's actually smaller than Ruby. And Paul's corrected me, and Emma is on day 9. Jason's asking, what's with the camera? You are on overhead. Sorry about that. I should have mentioned that. Or you're just trying to show the profile you're going for?
Yeah, and yeah, and kind of how we're working it. Must be in the flat area there.
And Peter's replied to Carsten, turn it bigger than you think. Balls of wool are huge and need to move freely. Sorry, Pete. I buggered that up.
All right, bring us.
That's a nice cut.
Goodness. Oh, this is going to be lovely when it's done. Yeah, right there you can see it on that side. That little white stripe right there, that's all the sapwood that there is in this piece. But I do have, those cracks, Wayne, are a lot bigger than I thought.
Now, if you a bit of advice, and this is for everybody out there, if you are going to glue that crack with super glue, spray on some sand and sealer first. Because once you spray on the sand and sealer, then put the super glue in, the sand and sealer stops the super glue from absorbing into the rest of the wood around it. Jim Spaulding's having to go. He's carving Christmas plates this year for friends and family, and he has to get a bunch done. He's getting ready to order 6 to 7 more 10-inch basswood plates. Night, Jim.
See you, Jim.
I'll be doing some engraving on some sort of cutting boards, or probably charcuterie boards. Maybe they are.
Okay. All right.
Today. White oak, really pretty wood. There was some company here local in Dallas that did wine testing, and they had a swag shop where they sold a bunch of stuff, and they had these little charcuterie boards with their logo engraved, just barely, lasered into them. And I went up there to they were having a sale, selling off a bunch of stuff, and they had 100 of these cutting boards sitting there. And they had been selling them for like $50 a piece or something. And it was the last day of their sale, and I bought 100 of them off of them for 70 cents a piece.
Oh my goodness!
And these are inch thick white oak. They're like 8 by 15 or something. 8 inches by 15 by an inch and a quarter thick board. So they're not huge like a cutting board, but they're pretty interesting. And I was just like, okay, I'll take all 4 of those boxes of them. and now they're becoming Christmas gifts for people, as I've sanded off what they had lasered onto them and lasering our own stuff on them.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob from Copper Owl's come in.
Hey, Copper.
I have to keep a list of who I give those to this year, so I don't laser something different on them and give the same people the same board next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I do literally have 100 of them.
Right, Angry Woodturner has said that he finds black walnut bark dulls fast with all the abrasive in it.
I think you're right.
And Peter said he is editing the end of the video that went live yesterday. Never made the tool handle as he didn't have steam pair in stock. Then ran out of time to include it. So there's going to be 2 videos from him this week.
All right. It's got one little flat area left that I'm getting rid of. As soon as that's gone, we can make the shape a little more appealing. Still there, just barely. Now, if Rubio's here, she would be reminding all of us that is cutting against the grain, and I know that very well. But when you're trying to keep the bark on, you kind of have to go against the grain.
Yeah, cutting into the bark is the best way to save it, rather than coming up from the bottom and going into the sapwood and bark.
Right, you pull the bark off that way.
Yeah, a while ago when you had the videos, when you had the lathe stopped, it looked like there was a little void underneath the bark in one place that if you come from the bottom, you would probably most certainly pull it off.
Well, you can't.
You might have cut it out of there by now.
I may have. I've got, there's a little worm place right there that still may go away. But this is the end where the checks were, and they're there, point to point. I've got this finger right at the edge of the bark, and that's almost down to the bottom. So I'm gonna have to fill that, I think. I don't want to See if I can't get a little better shape on this.
Okay, the angry
Before,
woodturner's got to go to work. He'll catch the rest of this
All right,
later
Roger.
on tonight. Night. Pete has just said, I've messaged Ruby and she can tell you off next week. What was that about? I must have missed
Yeah.
something.
Going against the bar or against the
Oh,
grain.
right. Going against the grain. Yeah, right. Okay.
Well, that's the fun thing. Ruby understands there are times when you just have to. And then you come back and you clean it up. And
I once saw Ed Oliver do a demonstration at UKIS. That must have been back in 2017, 2018, something like that. And he basically started off by saying, people say you shouldn't cut this way on a cross grain bowl. And his whole demonstration was how to turn a bowl by doing it wrong. And it
okay,
was brilliant.
only Ed Oliver.
I find it funny how people won't listen to what goes on sometimes. And he probably said, "This is how you turn one wrong," and then everybody's like, "Wait, you're doing it wrong."
Gotta get the sawdust out of my shirt.
Oh, there's a couple of few big checks in that, aren't there?
There are two. They were there from the beginning, here and here. There's a couple of small ones, but these two were big, and they were there from the very beginning. And I was wondering if we would get past them. The other side, this end, is beautiful. This end, and this is the end that had paint or something on it. I'm going to finish before I will get pretty well get my final shape, and then then we're going to do something about that crack.
And
I'm
Peter
thinking
said,
about. Go ahead.
no, go on.
Um, I'm thinking about shortening this bowl too. Bring the base of it up here a bit more. I think it'll
Either
be a
that,
little better balance.
yeah, either that or have a foot on there, Doug.
Like a pedestal.
Like, yeah, that's what I meant, not a foot.
Yeah, yeah. One way or the other. We'll deal with that in here in a second. I got to get this big hump out of the center of it.
And Pete said, like all the rules in wood turning, there are times and timbers where you have to break them to get it done.
Yeah.
Jason is asking, some pretty chunky cracks there. How stable is this wood with cracks generally?
Generally, it's pretty stable.
How old is the piece of wood, Doug? Any idea?
I'm trying to think when I got it. I've probably had it 2 or 3 years myself.
Gary was following along with you there, Wayne. He says put feet on it.
Yeah, I mean, I always find, sorry, when I used to turn, I always find if I have something this deep, I do like the shape of what Doug is doing at the moment, but if I have something this deep, I'll probably put a pedestal on there. Oh, Zed's just come in. Evening, Zed.
Hey, Zed.
Jason has said, wing it, Doug. Don't add glue. Right. The thing is, Jason, is that you can't tell how the wood is going to react without having glue in there. And like I said earlier on, if you want to have, if you're going to use any sort of super glue or anything like that, try and put a cellulose sanding sealer on beforehand, because that way the cellulose sanding sealer will not let the super glue soak into the wood around it, so it doesn't actually mark the wood, it only goes into the crack.
And it's crazy how deep that super glue will go. If you use thin super glue, you can't even cut that stain out of it sometimes.
Yes. Yeah. It'll soak through the wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. By cutting in, starting a pedestal, the crack comes all the way to what will be the bottom of the bowl. Then the question begins to become: do I use super glue or do I use wood glue and shavings or dust?
Now, what I would actually, depending on the width of the crack, and this is something else when you're using super glue, start off with thin, let that dry,
Mm-hmm.
because then you've actually got a thin coating of hardened surface. And then if it's a wide crack, then go into medium, but let that dry. You've got to let it dry. Otherwise, if you don't let it dry and you cover over with some more glue, you've still got the wet glue underneath.
Yeah, you
Which
can
is
create a pocket of
something
wet
that you
glue in
don't
there.
want.
Then that stuff just ends up on your face shield.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly. Zed isn't doing a video this week. He's had
Okay.
a technical foul up.
Rob is suggesting milliput.
That's a very good idea. But the thing is, with milliput, the cracks that Doug has got on this bowl are too thin to actually get the milliput all the way down to the bottom. You can put the milliput on there and allow it to dry, but once you start turning again, the milliput won't go far enough down into the bowl, so you'll just end up with that crack again.
Now, that one crack looked pretty thick, and you could probably push that milliput in there a little ways, but that stuff is so thick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is. And
Do you know
Paul
what
Finley,
milliput was? Do you know what milliput was originally used for?
what's that?
It was used for repairing enamel baths.
Okay.
It was originally produced. Okay, there's been lots and lots later on resin putties, but milliput came from a small family-run business in Wales that basically at one time only did one color because it was just used for repairing enamel baths. There you go. Something
Interesting.
new. This is black walnut, and it's about 3 year old cut down.
Yeah, there at least it's bone dry. I can tell you that for sure. Go around here and get my number one hollower.
You know, I'm just listening outside. The rain has come on heavy again. Jason has said that he's turning a four-legged merging bowl from American walnut.
Okay.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it does. It really does. All right. Think I'm where I want to be with that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop and sharpen all these gouges.
What's that other view look like now from the foot? Can we?
I'm sorry.
The camera view, is that other view decent right now, or?
I don't know. We'll look and see.
Zed has said that he's found an amazing wood supplier in Bakersfield. That Bakersfield, California, is that? I think it is.
Yeah, Bakersfield's in the LA area.
All right, okay, grand. He had bills as big as a VW bug. Oh my life.
There are some that are they're crazy.
And he said he got some really nice offcuts from the woodlot. Nice ones, Zed. I bet the offcuts aren't that small either.
I was going to say offcuts are bowl size.
Okay, I tried to darken that out a little bit, but it's
Oh, it's fine,
yeah,
Doug. It's fine.
it's my LED that's washing us out.
It's not really washed out, to tell you the truth.
Okay, it looks washed out on my end. Awfully bright. Okay, so I've got a bit of a foot here. I'm gonna come back from under here and
Just easing up the radius there on that corner.
yeah, kind of flattening out the curve.
Yeah.
Gav has said, Wayne, question. If you're no longer a wood turner, can you drop me off some timber to get it out of your way? Lol. Nice one, Gav. You never know. I may well be back again.
I was thinking, what makes you think he stopped collecting it?
Zed has put in, I don't know if that's actually come up as a link or not. It doesn't look like it has, and it should have done.
Not for me.
It's timbercustomwoods.com. If if anybody's in the region of Bakersfield.
Huh. I put it in, it didn't either.
Oh, right. Okay.
That did it.
There you go. So the link is in there for
It
anybody
doesn't like it.
in the Bakersfield area of California to see what bills this guy has got and what other types of wood as well.
It's not a good link for me.
Okay, Zed has said he's a really nice guy, and he even threw in some freebies.
Well,
You know, the www doesn't work on that.
All right, okay.
Let me try a different.
Let's see if I can find it.
Let's try that one. Third time's a charm.
Right. Pete's put in, Wayne turns so fast, the Scottish Forestry Commission have bribed him to slow down and let the trees go. Yeah, that's why I haven't turned for a while, Pete. I'm letting the tree go, letting the trees grow to a decent size so I can start again.
The government showed up and asked you to slow down. That's
yeah,
fun.
something like
That's
that.
fun.
A little upright in this area. I don't know why my hands are wanting to cramp all of a sudden. Couldn't be all the good food I had over the week. Couldn't be. Man, that side is gorgeous. Come over here, crack there, little cracks there, big cracks there, and a void. That looks like a wormhole there. So,
Okay,
yeah,
we've got turned in us just come in.
all
Morning,
right, Reese.
evening, and everything in between. And not for long. Off to work shortly. Good luck with the turn dog, and you'll watch the replay later.
All right. Good to see you in, Reese.
Oh, Reese. Good evening, Reese. Sorry, I didn't know your name, pal.
Just a little sanding sealer like Wayne was talking about earlier. While we're here, might as well just get the whole kit and caboodle because we're going to come back to sand anyway.
Now, Paul has put in, he's always wanted to visit places like Bakersfield. In his mind, all the American cities and towns like he remembers from the Rockford Files and streets of San Francisco in the 70s.
Yeah. Hollywood's fictitious the portrayal of the U.S. Even Americans can't believe how it doesn't look like it does on TV.
And Zed has said he likes the cracks. He's thinking black CA, medium set. The black will match the walnut nicely.
Yeah, if I had some, I might use that.
Scottish Way is in. That's another name I haven't seen.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, what is your name, Scottish Way? And where are you from?
I bet I can guess.
Yeah,
I could
but
be wrong, but
I was thinking the actual location rather than just Scotland.
okay, all right. I'm just knocking out some of the fuzz. It's kind of covering that crack over. Of course, I'm
Roger
using the
Wallum
best.
has said the only thing he's done as Bakersfield is dirt track racing. And Todd from Glen Cove has said he lives about 10 miles from South Fork, famous for the Dallas TV show.
Okay, yeah.
I'm probably about 35 minutes from there.
A big wormhole, just packing some shavings into it.
And Zed has
Packing
said
in nice.
Zed said he lives a bit south of where they filmed Hitchcock's The Birds. Oh, nice. Scottish Way said, hi Wayne and others, his name is Doug. He lives in Texas, but he's from Edinburgh, Scotland
Okay.
originally.
Maybe you and Todd are neighbors. What
Which
part of
Todd?
Texas are you in? You, Todd.
Todd and I are already basically neighbors.
Todd at Glen Cove, yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Get some of these finer
Dale has
things
said
here.
there's Bakersfield. Where's that gone? It's just jumped. Bakersfield is famous for a music sound.
Yes. There's been quite a few of our 60s and 70s music folk that came out of Bakersfield area.
Paul Hunter has put in, he watches quite a few flat footing videos and he loves them, especially a lady called Miss Moonshine. Oh, Baz has just come in. Evening, Baz.
Hey, Baz. He heard me saying something about a torch a while ago. some of you have not been around that long to understand. Boz used to come into every chat and say, "Bernie, Bernie." Wayne and
Yep,
others would start their
everyone,
show off and say,
everyone.
"Maybe Bernie, Bernie, maybe no Bernie." Boz
Right,
likes
I'm
the
going to
blame.
leave you in Todd's hands for a couple of minutes. Just got to
Oh,
go for a
okay.
quick comfort break.
All
I will
right.
be back.
Just letting glue dry here. Did put the sanding sealer on, and that helps to keep the staining out. And then I built this hole up. It's right here. I built that up layer by layer. A little bit of CA, some shavings or some dust. Tried to get some dust first, and then shavings later. This one I haven't put anything in, but I think I probably need to.
Karsten says he's heading out for the night.
Carson, you have a great night. Thanks for coming by. I do appreciate everybody that comes by. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to the channel. While I'm thinking about it, if you would, whether you're able to stay or you have to go, either way, later on, if you don't mind, after the live is over, if you would come back in and put something in the comments section. I'm not exactly sure what all is going on with YouTube right now, but that seems to be a big deal to them.
Yeah,
Bigger than just,
they count the engagement of putting things in the comments.
yeah,
Not like this live chat. Yeah.
right. It's different, and so they really like to see where people are tuning in and engaging in the chat or the comment area. This is engagement being in the chat, but it's more engagement when you are in the comment section for some reason.
Zed believes that Wayne and Karsten leaving at the same time might be a little suspect, wondering about if there was a bank robbery or something about to take place.
Well,
That's going to take some doing, since how Carsten lives. Oh God, I can't remember how many miles away Carsten lives away from me.
Pretty good way, isn't it? All right. Well, I'll let that glue sit. Let me run my gouge through the sharpener.
And it's begun.
It's actually quite a good one, that.
It is a very good one, yes. Zed says, I read in the paper that a man fell from the terrace of an 18-story dance club yesterday. The police have determined he was not a bouncer.
Jason is asking, Doug, have you got your face shield on? Your voice goes in and out.
Yep, I do.
Oh, Haley's just come in. Evening,
Hey, Haley. Yes, I wear my face shield pretty religiously for a couple of reasons. Way back when it was just starting to be talked about, I put on a face shield because I wear contacts at different points. I don't wear them right now because I'm practically out and I had some eye issues. But I want my eye doctor to check before I start wearing them again. But anyway, it helps keep the shavings and the dust out of my eyes when I wear it.
Yep.
But then the safety issue is a real issue. I've known some people who have damaged their eyes pretty severely by not wearing one.
And Lucy's just come in as well. Evening, Lucy.
Hey, Lucy. I've also known some folks who have gotten hit by flying debris. It didn't hurt their eyes, but it hurt their head. And I'm not willing to go there. I've been hit a time or two, not in the face, thank goodness, but the shoulder, the arm, even my hands. Nothing you can do about your hands. That's going to happen. A little lump I see right there.
And Chris Dodds has just come in.
Hey, Chris.
He says, "Good day, everyone. I gave up my usual beauty sleep to watch Doug." I don't think that's going to make any difference, Chris, to tell you the truth.
No, you're probably out of luck on that one.
And Pete from Twist Trees has said, "I always wear safety specs.
Yeah.
A few extra scars and bumps on my head won't hurt, but I need my eyes."
Yes. Was talking about that the other day with another fella, and we both agreed losing our vision would probably, that would be bad enough. But
Yep.
if you couldn't hear, if you keep your eyes, you can do a lot of things. Even if you can't hear, losing your other senses would all be bad enough, but losing your eyes would be probably the worst.
Yeah.
All right. Golly.
Haley is asking Jason, or he's just put the link in there. Haley was asking Jason who the stockist is in the UK. Yeah, Paula said, and this has happened to me as well, I had a piece fly off the lathe and it bounced around the workshop and he never found it again. And his workshop is just garage size, so not so big.
I've had it happen.
Yeah.
Not a small piece, even. Pretty decent sized little piece of something. And I thought it went behind a toolbox. But I, did spring cleaning and moved everything out and never found it.
Yeah. Baz has said he wears goggles to stop smoke getting in his eyes from Bernie. That stuff stings. And Chris has said, to me that I'm right. He's 72 and he thinks it's too late now.
Well, yeah, there is that. There is that.
It wasn't one of the worldwide wood turning people, but it seemed like a month ago or something, somebody showed a little clip of a video of some guy that was turning something of interest. No goggles, no glasses, no shield, nothing.
Right.
Wasn't one of my videos, was it?
No. This guy put a whole log on his lathe. Maxed out his lathe.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was as long and as big around as his lathe would take, and he stood direct. Let me change that.
He was in line of fire.
Yes, he was in the line of fire. So here you see my wood, and you see where I'm standing. This is where he was standing, and he turned his lathe on at full speed.
At full speed?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Needless to say, the log came out, it launched right at his face where the video cuts off. Yeah, Todd,
well,
I've watched that video probably 100 times now.
I don't think I've ever done anything that stupid.
No, this was just, it was not bright. Not bright. I may have to do some more work on that crack, but that's where we're going to stop for right this minute.
Right, Zed has said he tried his hand at turning a brass knob yesterday. It turned out pretty nice. Similar techniques, but slower and more vibratory.
Okay.
Yeah, Paul Hunter said Ronald Kahn just wears little round specs. Yeah, same as me, Paul. That's all I wear.
Right.
Oh, Chris from Bailey Woodworks has just come in.
Hey, Chris, there are people who don't wear protection, and that's on them. Their shop, their rules.
Yep, exactly.
For
And
myself in my shop, I'm going to wear a face shield.
whenever I used to do my lives, my lives aren't for teaching. My lives are for entertainment, and more from the earworms than me actually doing any turning. I know what my tools can do. I know how good the chucks are, and it's my decision to turn how I turn. Right, hang on, Ed. Jason has said, Doug, your package is getting picked up in a couple of days and should be there in about 10 to 14 days.
Well, fantastic. Thank you.
Dale has said he always wears his Trend Air Shield Pro whenever he's turning. Gav has said it's up to you in your own workshop.
Yes, I agree. And yeah, somebody else is doing some kind of a demonstration. I'm not going to fuss at them. That's them. They do what they do. Like I said a while ago,
Rob is asking, do you all wear safety glasses under your shields? Now I've got a prescription pair of safety glasses which I can use if I want. I've also got the large safety glasses type things which will go on the outside of my ordinary glasses because they're not prescription. I do have a face shield, which I do wear sometimes depending on the type of wood. But a lot of the time with me in my lives is what you see is what you get.
yep. Even when I'm here all by myself, no cameras, I'm turning because I want to turn, and no other reason. My face shield is typically on my face.
And Paul Hunter has said, yep, prescription safety glasses and a power cap face shield.
Yeah, power cap would be handy. I don't have that.
That's doubling up on everything, that is.
I
Which
wear
is
my
not a bad
face.
thing. Don't get me wrong. I didn't mean that disparagingly. Doubling up on everything is a good thing rather than a bad thing.
I'll wear my face shield for almost everything I do in my shop now.
Yeah.
It's there. It's just easy. Half the time it's flipped up on top of my head anyway. So if I'm at my chop saw or my table saw or bandsaw or even drill press, I just flip that thing down or put it on. So real self-conscious if I don't.
Right. Well, once you get used to it, it it becomes second nature where you don't feel right without it. I think I'm pretty happy with where we are. Just knocked that little piece of bark off and it made it a lot nicer. There was a sudden jump, and I am just almost past the bark on the short edge. But you also notice I'm going down bit by bit. I'm not trying to take it all out at once, but bit by bit.
Lucy, the wood tonight is black walnut.
I would imagine he just dulled that tool up pretty good, cutting through all that bark just now.
Yeah. It's not nearly as sharp as what it was when I resharpened it a minute ago. So I'm going to do it again.
Now, Todd has said wearing a safety shield and a biohazard suit into a store is not advised. Just saying.
There's a time and place.
Did we ask you how you know?
Mind you, I've got to say, during the pandemic, I did see a couple of times when I was out at supermarkets, I did see people wearing their shield.
Oh yeah. I've got an RZ face mask, and I wore that thing out in public several times. Um, I kind of liked wearing it actually. And y'all know, I hope you know the RZ face mask. They're similar to several others out there. Trying to grab it real quick here so you can see.
Now,
Mine
Zed
is
has said,
filthy.
and this is a hot tip, they sell sacrificial plastic liners. You can stick to the front of your face shield. Then, which means when, you spat the CA glue on your face shield, you just peel it off and put a new one on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Chris Dodds has said, I cross my fingers and wear my safety pants just in case.
Oh goodness. Sometimes I wonder if all this wood dust is what makes me cough, but I don't think it is.
Is that the number one, Doug?
This is the number one hollower.
Yeah, that's the Easy Wood Tools number one hollower. And Todd has replied to Chris, "Oh, the safety pants brown."
Oh, I don't know why that strikes me so funny, but it does.
Zed says he has a meter that tests particles. He said wood turning doesn't produce a lot of the bad particles, only when you sand.
Yeah, and it's I think that is particularly more so when you are sanding it over 240.
Yes.
I agree. Yeah.
Which is why, if you can use an abrasive paste. It doesn't matter which one. We've gone through this in the past. It doesn't matter which one. If you use an abrasive paste, once you've sanded the 240, you stop producing the dust.
Yeah, those 80, 100, 120s, you can see that stuff just fall out of the air. But you get up to 400 or something, that stuff just floats around everywhere.
Yep.
And for a long time.
And for a long time.
Paul Hunter said, you have to have safety pants after 60, and that is the age 60, not the abrasive. After 60, because you can't trust a fart.
All right. I keep taking chunks out, and then I got to check and see where are we. So you can't run your fingers down like you do a normal bowl. If you do, you're liable to lose a finger. That one wormhole, I found the inside of it. There's no worm. but I found the inside of the hole.
Well, if there is a worm, it's going to be bloody dizzy by now.
You would think. We're
And Lucy's replied to Paul and said, "Does that mean that a farter shouldn't have lumps?"
Turning spalted woods is dangerous without a mask, Gary reminds us.
There's a hell of a lot of woods that are dangerous without a mask. A hell of a lot. If you go into the wood database and look at the toxicity section of the wood database, you will find loads and loads and loads of woods that are toxic, especially when it comes to sanding.
There are woods in there that you don't think are bad for you, but they are. I was amazed last time I looked. Some of the woods that are on the toxic list as far as the dust goes.
Oh, Andy from Door 60 just come in. Evening, Andy.
Hey, Door.
Just for Andy's sake, what Doug's doing tonight is a pedestal type natural edge bowl. Zed has said, if my wife walks through the room, I'm going to have you guys start talking about the weather. And Andy's just come in. Andy, the Valley Woodturner's just come in. Evening, Andy.
Hey, Andy. Don't have to worry too much about going to the bottom because I've got that pedestal under there, so the center is. I've got loads of wood there, but I can cut it off from around the pedestal. However, my pedestal doesn't start till way out here, outside of where I'm at as far as turning. So I think we're good. Famous last words. All right. Going to some lighter cuts here so we don't.
Yeah,
I don't want to dig or anything.
Rob is saying, check the thickness, Doug.
Right there where he's cutting now, 6 inches.
4 anyway. Oh, what was that? Oh, it's the edge of that crack. Oh man, I really need to make it deeper. I'm not as deep as I need to be in the bottom just yet. I learned a valuable lesson a couple weeks ago. I was turning a 6-cornered bowl walnut. Was undercutting one of the corners, and I let my hand get on the wrong side of the tool rest just a hair, and it bit me.
Oops.
And yeah, kind of what I said. I was at a public.
Mike McEwen's just come in.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
I was at public demonstration showing Easy Wood tools, and I had right across here, right across there, I had a nasty cut where it bit me and didn't really want to let go. Okay, I gotta start way out here. I got a lump. I started a while ago. We were talking about milliput. It is available here. The places I have found it, they are pretty proud of it. And so I have not bought any.
But there are very similar products out there. I mean, it's
Yes,
basically
yes, there are.
it's a resin putty.
Yeah.
So if you go into the likes of Amazon and put in resin putty, you'll find quite a few areas that you can buy it.
I just looked. There's a 6-color variety pack at Amazon for $51.
There you go.
6 colors for 51. That's a lot better price than what I was finding.
Each 4-ounce one's about $10.60. And
Zed has said there are epoxy putties used in the plumbing world that work just as good, just not as many color options, way cheaper.
Right.
We were talking
Yeah.
about this earlier on, Zed, and Milliput, I believe, was one of the first ones because that was produced primarily to repair enamel baths and enamel sinks. And it was a family-run business from Wales in the UK.
I found that it doesn't do well through the Texas summer out in my garage. Might have just been me, but I had a bunch of it go bad pretty quick.
Did you really?
Yeah.
After you opened it?
I had 3 colors of it, I think, and I had opened 2 of them and used them, and one I hadn't, and it was toast too.
Huh.
And those little bags that are inside of that box, maybe it had a little hole in it or something. You never know.
And Ruby has just come in. Evening,
Hey,
Ruby.
Ruby. I'm a little surprised it would go
And
off.
she's
Go
saying
ahead.
that's looking great, Doug.
Oh, thank you, Ruby.
And
We won't
Larry's
tell you
just
about.
come in as well. Larry Aldridge
Hey,
just
Larry.
come in as well.
We won't tell Ruby about turning against the grain.
No, we'll not do that.
Okay. That's got a little repair work to be done, but it's not too shabby. Not too shabby. I'm gonna turn the speed down.
Paul has said, for you, Doug, reflections of your tool rest. I'm not very sure what he means by that.
Getting a reflection of light, maybe?
Not too sure.
Could be, because it's a bright round bar. And
well, it doesn't really matter because they're not there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob, I would think it gets to the mid to high 90s in my garage. Maybe not as much now. I put a mini split air conditioning unit out there that I can cool it more during the day, so maybe it stays a little better now. But
yeah, the Paul has just said that it's not there anymore because the tool rest's been moved.
Right.
I believe it was Jim Overton, who was a turner from down on the south coast, I believe. But he was one of the first people to start using and promoting Milliput.
Yeah, I saw Carl Jacobson do some stuff with milliput like 10 years ago.
Yeah, but I think that Jim. That's when Jim started doing a lot of stuff with milliput.
And that's when I bought it, and I used some right away after that. I put a groove in the rim of a bowl and put milliput in it, and it was fine. And then
Oh, Mike's in from Dancers, and he's just said he's just finished the first of 6 thin-walled square bowls to make a cube, and he said, "Boy, it's wafer thin." Looking forward to seeing that, Mike. And Zed has said there's a product called gap filling putty in the modeling world that could work for cracks. It doesn't shrink when it dries, and it's sandable.
there was somebody at Worldwide Woodturners about 5 or 6 months ago that did a demo with gap filling putty.
Yeah, I can't think who that was.
And it was sort of a unique demo because they were using it for texture or something on the outside of a bowl. I don't remember. I have to go search history on my Worldwide Woodturners videos. Lawrence Aldridge just joined.
All right.
So Peter said, "Todd, you would not believe the number of pots and paints and similar I bought because of that Wayne bloke on YouTube that's at my shop unopened and turning to solid." Hey, Pete, not my fault. I didn't recommend you buying them.
I've got a ton of it. I make no secret of I like color. And if I see somebody use something interesting with color, I'm putting it in my shopping cart.
Remind me when I'm going to stop here in just a minute anyway, but I want to show you that cedar bowl. And I know a lot of people are still upset with me over that cedar bowl because I colored it. But it's pretty wild. I'm just trying to knock off the high spots on the back side. I'll do some finish sanding after we go off camera, but you'll be able to get the gist of it.
Paul Hunter has said was where they filled chocolate molds with decorators. God, I don't know if that's a misspelling or not. Which remained flexible, then used it as embellishment to a bowl.
Yeah, I think that's the gap filling putty demo that I'm
All right,
maybe
so
in my mind. Yeah. They got the texture out of those molds, and they could peel it out and then apply it. I have to go back and watch that one. Ooh, that looks nice, Doug.
very, very nice.
Just get a little sanding sealer on here and let the color come out.
And you can do your nails at the same time.
Okay, Gav, sorry about that.
Normally I do this on the lathe. For that very reason. Darn it. I can glue that back on. That's not a problem. Squeezed it a little too hard. Switch cameras. Excuse me. There we go, guys.
Oh,
That's what we're going to end up with. See the inside. It's got some sanding to do. I just hit the basics, got the highlight, and I knocked that little piece of bark off, but I've got it right here. So we'll glue that back on. Just a tiny bit of glue will take care of that. But the bark will be on there. And it's just a simple pedestal. Everything from this line down will go away. I've got like a tenon and a base on it. There you go. So these two lumps will go off and we'll just be left with a slightly concave. I got loads of room there. I got 3 inches of wood. So, there goes my finger. There we go. Yeah, it's wanting to cramp straight. It's weird. Did that the other week and it was just strange.
I think it looks really nice like this, Doug, compared to if it was left real deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was way too angular before.
Yeah.
And really, that is what I was aiming for.
Yeah, some nice comments coming through here, Doug.
So anyway, we'll get that finished up in the next day or two, and I'll present that and see if she likes it. If she doesn't, if the lady giving it doesn't like it, I'll turn something else. I'll put this in the store, put it in the store to sell for what I think it ought to bring. I've got lots of. I just looked out there a while ago. I've got lots of walnut out in the yard. So.
And you promised us a view of that cedar bowl.
Oh yeah. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, it's not me reminding you.
Whoever.
That was Mike, I think. So.
Okay, here is that cedar. That pretty obvious. That cedar.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
I left a natural edge here, so you still see the cedar as well as on the bottom. Everywhere else, like I've said it a couple times, there's nothing on here but yellow and blue from the Salisbury Crafts. But that is
right there. That's really nice.
It turned green there. Inside, you see pretty much all 3 colors. Plus, where is that? Here. The red of the cedar is trying to come through. Didn't take it really well. So
I really like that, Doug.
It was a lot of fun.
I remember suggesting sanding that rim back to natural color.
Yeah. It.
I'm gonna take credit for that because it looks fantastic.
It does.
Yeah.
I had to, after the original coloring, there were some problems. I still had to go in and work on this. There's a crack going side to side right through there. And Ruby suggested some epoxy tinted black. I got my 5-minute epoxy out, mixed in a little bit of black acrylic paint. I didn't think it would work, but it did. And so anyway, I got that crack filled, got it all sanded back nicely on the outside and the inside and the outside. That's that same crack running right through there. Yeah, you can see the black line. So anyway, that came out really nice. And that's Jason's Salisbury Crafts colors. They really did a great job.
Yeah, those are fantastic.
They still let the grain, you can still see the grain coming through, but yet it's the red is virtually gone where I put the color on it. A little bit, little area on the inside, and a little bit on the outside, but mostly.
Very late, but Haim has just come in.
Hey, Haim. Glad to see you. Anyway, so there is that. So we did walnut today. I'm showing you cedar from a few weeks ago. Things have been happening. I'm not turning quite as much. The jobby job is pulling me away from the shop. But they are still respecting my Tuesday afternoons. I worked today. Everybody was amazed when I was walking out at 1 o'clock. But I told them I asked for it off. They let me have it. I'm taking it. I'm going. So I did, so I could be here with you guys. Um, Ruby, it wasn't that I had no faith in your suggestion. It's just I've always been told epoxy and water don't mix. And so if you put an acrylic paint in epoxy, yeah, that shouldn't mix, but it obviously it does. So anyway, glad to see you, Ruby. Hope you had a good lesson today. All you guys who are in, I see Tom Kenny there. Glad to have you. It's been a lot of fun. There it is.
I
Start saying,
didn't
where's my
even mention
mouse?
Tom coming in.
Yeah, Tom's here. Tom Kenny. Anyway, it's there's the other button I got to push. There's the gruesome
Hello.
twosome. Oh, but anyway, Wayne, Todd, anything you guys need to share before we exit?
No.
No?
Not me.
All right. Good to have both of you in. Appreciate your time and your help along the way. And Ruby, I'm assuming you're going to be back next week. She'll kick in here.
Never assume. Never
Never
assume.
assume. That's probably the truth.
She stays pretty busy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Copper,
Ruby has
glad
got
you came in.
at the moment. Ruby, I think, has got another 42 stair spindles to do.
Yeah, yeah, could be. She got a bunch. Chris Dodds, glad to get just a good group of folks. Glad to have all of you here. As far as I know, unless the creek rises or it snows a whole lot more than it did today, I'll be here. And if it snows a whole lot more than it did today, I'll guarantee I'll be here because I won't have anywhere else to be. Um, if I can't get out, I've got what is it, 15 miles, I think it is, to get to the ark, and so that most of that's interstate. They do a good job of clearing it, but if I can't get to the interstate, that means at least three others that work in the same area, they can't get to work either. So um, we're in great shape. Anyhow, good to have you. This was a lot of fun. Hopefully, I'll be able to show this in a couple days on the socials and let you see.
Doug, Mike is asking if Zed's got a Premier later on. Zed doesn't have a Premier later on. He's had some technical issues, so he's not doing a video this week.
All right. So Zed, your task is to get that back on board. Don't know what your problem is, but son, everything's good. We understand technical issues happen. Last week I struggled just to get my sound on. So everything's fine this week, except I having to push buttons 3 and 4 times to get them to actually work. But that's okay. I don't have any demos coming up that I know of. I'm just looking at this thing. If I pop the bark off, that would leave that white sapwood, and I could go around with a torch and just darken just the edge of it. I got to think on that one a little bit. We'll see what happens. But I'll put those up on social.
Here we go, Buzz. Bernie.
I'll put it up on socials. Whatever I do, I'll get it up there when I get it finished.
Peter's just said he might have a video out later on if he finishes the editing, but he keeps on getting distracted. Well, stop watching bloody lives on YouTube.
Turn YouTube off. Or you can just keep watching and don't worry about it. One or the other. Anyhow, thank you all. The chat, thank you so much. Wayne, Todd, thank you so much. And with that, I'm going to say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.